everyone, welcome to Wild Gems. This pandemic has created a huge difference in everyone's life, even in our education. Here I've created a few videos on grade 9 biology lessons. I hope you'll find it interesting and please do subscribe for more. In this video, we're going to deal with the fundamental unit of life, which is the very first chapter of biology. Have you ever wondered what this human body comprises of? Yes, the answer definitely is cells. In this chapter, we'll learn about their various parts and functions. Let us begin our chapter by knowing the person who discovered the cells. In the year 1665, Robert Hooke, the man in the picture, observed a thin slice of cork under his primitive microscope. What did he observe? He observed small structures of honeycomb consisting many little compartments. He wondered what they are, and he named them as cells. Cells is basically a Latin word meaning a little room. Basically, we all know what a microscope is. While examining a slide under a microscope, what do we see through the lenses? For this, we'll perform an experiment where we'll take an onion peel, stain it and observe it under a microscope. We will find small structures of tiny compartments regardless of the size of onions they came from. These small structures are actually the onions we eat. So therefore we can conclude that the basic building units of a body is called as cells. Before we saw about Robert Hooke, now let us look deep into other scientists who did great discoveries in the field of biology. Antony van Leeuwenhoek. He discovered the free-living cells in the pond. Followed by Robert Brown. He discovered the nucleus of a cell. Before we learnt about nucleus in our lower grades, but in this lesson we'll learn more about its parts and functions. A scientist named Purkinje coined the term protoplasm for the fluid substance of a cell, which basically is your cytoplasm. Two other biologists called Schwann and Schleiden proposed cell theory. The cell theory states that all plants and animals are made up of cell and cell is the basic unit of life. Now, the other scientist called Virchow expanded the cell theory by suggesting that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. These all were great discoveries in the field of biology. Now let us look into the classification of organisms based on cells. Unicellular, the organisms that are made up of a single cell. Uni means single. For example, amoeba, chlamydomonas, paramecium and bacteria. Next is multicellular. The organisms that are made up of group of cells together are called as multicellular. Multi meaning many. Example, fungi, plants and animals. Human body is made up of different kind of cells. For example, take a look at the picture. You can find nerve cells, ovum, sperm cells, RBCs, WBCs and skin and intestinal cells. Cells has got certain specific components within it known as cell organelles. These cell organelles together constitutes the basic unit called the cells. Thus, the shape and the size of cells are related to the specific functions they perform. This is just a part of the lesson. In the upcoming videos, you'll find more about the cell parts and its functions. I hope you understood the video. If so, please like, share and please do subscribe.